opportunity that's exploring the global financial markets. As global financial market explorer, you're welcome. My name is Flix, and I'll be taking you on a ride in the next 50 to 1 hour. And we explore three things that you need to understand. Maybe I will just have to give you an high effect of what we stand for, and then we go into probably one or two segment of opportunity in trading. And of course, today we want to explore trading and, of course, residual income. Okay, so you're going to see fantastic thing we do. Just a moment, quick one. Okay, you are joining us. Can you just type 111 on the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear? Kindly type 111 on the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear. If you're joining us, type 111 on the chat box. Right, type 111 on the chat box if you can hear me laughing direct. So this is Felix. We do this Mondays, Tuesday, and Friday. So today I'm going to be showing you guys about um, trading. Okay, trading opportunity and right trading opportunity and how we use tool to trade. It's fantastic, guys. You can't afford to miss anything that has to do with this opportunity. So I'm telling you, honestly speaking, it's not a hype. This is how we roll in this community. You are coming into this space to maximize opportunity. It's not a hype. It's about business. It's about seriousness. I told friends, I say, I'm in business. I'm not joking. Seriously, time of joke is over. Time of play is over. So we are building up people with commitment, people making lousy money, independently trading by themselves with our support. So the tools are what you need. Information and tools are what you need. It's not a hype. I'm telling you honestly speaking, it's not a hype. We build a women business. We build women business. Seriously, women business. We're not playing. We're not joking. We're just building up opportunity for people to make money. And then we have a lot of strategic stuff to help you build up. And then if you can pay much attention. So I'm trying to put up some things for us to see so that it will be highly phenomenal. Okay, okay, there we go. Bram, damn, let's take up this. Super, 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 super amazing. So welcome, welcome if you're joining us for the first time. Congratulations, you have come into the best platform that you can ever think of in this world. Especially has to do with exploring global financial market. You have come to the best place that you can achieve real value of. I'm not saying other places are not good. So just this is an outstanding platform. We're not competing with anybody. We're only doing what we're given to do. It's like a mandate for us. If it's not making money, it's not making sense. You go and check some of our videos, you see that what we do here is about money making, just to make money and make money. If you're not making money, then something is totally wrong. Business is growing, people are building and making money, and that's one of the things and the strategy we employ here. So we've seen that people have struggle about trading. So, but what we have done was to look for opportunity that simplify trading so that people will not have the usual struggle they have in trading. So, if you understand what I'm saying, you will know that you just need to be in this place. If you are not here, you are wrong. I'm telling you, if you are not here, you are wrong. If you are not here, you are wrong. So, call your friends wherever they are right now. Let them come in here. You're welcome. All All right, you're welcome. So if you have your friends, let them come in here. So I'm going to look at today, but quickly I need to show you what we stand for as an ecosystem. Okay, so permit me in the next 5 to 10 minutes to explain and show you what we stand for as an ecosystem. It's very, very important. And then we go into live segments, and so you can now see why your being here was not in error. Okay, your being here was not in error. So we're going to live look at the market and all of that. So because today is to talk about trading and affiliate system. Okay. Monday we've talked about investing, diversification, although we will look at some of the chart, where we have seen some fantastic return in our investing opportunity and portfolio. Okay, so stay and pay attention. So let me quickly take you to the opportunity, the platform itself, so that you can have better understanding of what we represent. Okay, very crucial, important. So you're welcome. If your friend have invited you, congratulations. You'll make the best decisions of attending a workshop or a training or interaction or presentations that we change your life for better. If you are teachable and ready to take the next move, that's the truth, because it's not enough to attend. It's important to take advantage of what's available there. Okay, so good and fine. I'm going to go. Please, I'm going to go in now live. So please, if you can see my screen, just type 111 on the chat box. If you can see my screen live on the red, type 1111 on the chat box quickly. Thank you. If you can see my screen on the chart, if you can see my chart, if you can see the screen, type 1111 on the chat box. Thank you. Thank you. If you can see it, just type 111 on the chat box. Can I see more 11? Good, fantastic. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Now let's go. I'm going to just present to you this opportunity, and so that you know what we represent before we move on. So you're welcome. This is Plan B Express. Together, everyone rise. Our goal is the 5 years to financial freedom via digital asset accumulations and exploring global financial market. Now, we have a vehicle to achieve this. So that's a big umbrella. Plan B Express, the big umbrella name. Then we have a vehicle, a mechanism to achieve this. It's called Plan B Express Cash Flow Solution Cloud. That's your ultimate path to financial freedom. So are you tired of struggling to grow your wealth? Plan B Express Cash Flow Solution Club is your gateway to consistent passive income through a powerful mix of trading, investing, and affiliate earnings. Now, please, a quick reminder, we deal in global financial market, and the warning is that financial market, including forex, crypto, and synthetics indices, are volatile. Trading on margin carries a high level of risk to your capital. So copy trading does not guarantee profit and may result in losses exceeding your initial capital or deposit. Forex, crypto, highly volatile and subject to market shift. Synthetics, algorithmic market that operate 24/7 with high leverage. So please consult with your certified financial advisor before investing. Plan B Express Cash Flow Solution Club is an educational platform and is not liable for any individual trading loss. All right, so there are 10 segments that you are going to explore in our system, and I'm going to go fast on them. So these are the 10 major benefits you're going to have on our ecosystem. Talk about long-term investing, decentralized investing, amplified trading and investing fund, all right, trade ideas, forex trading, synthetics, and all of the access to free trading, trading scanners, access to basic trading educations, affiliate systems, access to weekly newsletters, weekly live sessions with our members or mentors, financial literacies, and health life training. So decentralized actually work where you can make average of 10%, 30, 40. You can make more than that, but we're just being very conservative because we have different conservative strategy and aggressive strategy. Long-term investment has to do with diversifying your earnings into stock and money market without third parties handling your money for you. So we show you how to do it. How about that? We show you how to be the bank of yourself, and so not giving your money to Felix, not anyone, and not even external party. Now, this is an example of stock. We have this stock the other time. Now this stock have outgrown this right now. If I show you, you're going to be amazed of what's happening in the stock market and different things that we have diversified into. This is a local stock, and all of that can amaze you. This is an example of another stocks that we talked about, or this is a foreign stock, and I wouldn't know what price is it now, but As at that time, people had made a lot of money and all of that. So we show you diversification. This is an example of crypto we bought within 3 days. This have done about 131%. And of course, we still show you buy low, sell high opportunity. That's how to do spot crypto. And this is a fantastic opportunity that you just follow instruction. You do not need to know any technical analysis, but of course, you're interested because you are the club, then you learn more how to use that and all of that. This is an example of dividend being paid on different stock, local stock, because there's some stock. We said when you want to invest in stock, three things very matter. We tell people to spread their strategy and tentacles into three things. So number one, we call it blue chip stocks. These are stock of companies that are really well rooted. They may not be paying dividend, but you have stability of advancing what we call achieving capital gains of your investment. Then we have other stock that dividend based stocks. These are very fantastic. They're important for you. Like in Nigeria now, we have MTN, we have Boa Cement, and all of that. These are dividend based stock and all of that. So if I invest in them, apart from the capital gain, then I'm going to make in dividend. So like if you look at this is a dividend that was paid this year, January 5th, which is, I think, is MTN, and so many other things that you can be making residual income. Okay, trading tools and leverage. Amplify Trading Fund. We have platform you can deposit. You enjoy liquidity amplification, minimum of 12x to 24x, depending on the categories. If you are in our ecosystem, this is another powerful thing. That's a narrative changing in profit. That's a new one we are bringing, maybe latest by month of end of February. Is going to be fantastic. But this one is going to be predominantly for people who want to build All right, guys, sincere apology. I was interrupted by network power fluctuations and all of that. So sorry about that. So quickly, I'm going back to where we were, and so that we move on to where we need to be as fast as possible. Remember, this is just to give you an aha effect of what we represent and what we do, and so that you will know that you are not dealing with people with fake promises and all of that. Okay, so Amplify Fund, I've just talked about that, regular trading signals, and then we have free optimized trading scanners. I've just talked about the free basic trading education affiliate. Now, Plan B Express Cash Flow Solutions Club actually have 20%, not Plan B Express as a body, all right, but Plan B Express Cash Flow Solution, which is a segment of managing like cash flow solution. So, which you have to do, we talked about, we have a 90 days challenge we're running now called From Zero to Cash Flow. And this is a very powerful thing called Wet Spring. 90 days challenge is powerful. And so you should understand whatever cash flow solution club is doing may not actually be what we do in Plan B Express. But this is a segment to actually build you a cash flow and then still riding on the goal and the aims and objective of the platform. So look at example of scanner, A plus scanner for self-generated signals in crypto, forex, and stock. So you can use this scanner to trade stock, to trade crypto, and then to trade forex, as it were. So these are the example. Look at it. This is Bitcoin. Look at where it asks to buy Bitcoin, and so you can use it to swing an all-time session and all of that. So we call this scanner PBX sniper calls, and so it's powerful. Now, so this is on gold or something, and then this is on GBP USD and all of that. And one of the major problem we have is that trading, to know when to enter the trade and to know when to exit the trade. And that's one of the things to make profit. And so Yours is that once you come, we put you through basic rules and regulation you need to use, and then you use that. So look at it. This is another example on a higher time frame. This is about 4 hour time frame, if I'm not mistaken. And this is what? This is gold. You can see the market and all of that. This is stock. So you can look at this stock. So we have weekly newsletter, live stream, and all of that. Even you that are not part, you are still enjoying our live stream and all of that. So these are possible things about the amplified account. You can start from this, you can start at as low as $10, but we always encourage people to go into more appropriate one. These are an example of trading, running, and all of that. You may not understand this. Let me do quickly one example for you. Now, you see this Sonic, which is already more than this percentage now. We are already on 48% right now. Now, you see this Sonic in about 72 days or something, or 70, I can't remember, maybe 70 something days, it has done 45.7%. You wouldn't understand. Let me now quickly make you to understand. That will make a lot of sense to you. Now, ordinarily, 45.7% in 70 something days does not make sense to a man who is looking for sharp, sharp money. Good. So we need to be very realistic with ourselves. If you don't have much money, now that percentage does not make sense. Okay? That percentage does not make sense if you don't have big money. But if you have big money, it makes a whole lot of sense, more than sentence. All right, you hear me right? It makes more sense more than sentence. Okay. So why am I saying this? The point is that let me do this calculation. Use your calculator. Just follow me. Let's do this calculation. Now, this platform that have done 45.74%. Okay, 45.74%. So what really happened there? What happened in this 45.75% is that on the total liquidity that the company, the broker allow you to amplify it. For instance, we have amplification. Let's use $100 as an example. So if you have deposited $100 for the past 72 or 80 days into and connect with this, our strategy, see what will have happened to your account. Let me quickly show you now. This is what will have happened to your account. You may think, so let's do a realistic check. Now, at the end of the day, let's do a realistic check. Let's say you put $100. $100 in these 70 something days, which should be average about, let's say, 4 months, because of weekends are not part of the trading day. So let's say about 4 months, you make 45.7%. So let's do multiply by 0.45. Let's wrap it up to like 45. Okay, that's about $45. That means in about 70 something days or in 3 months, you are made $45. So if you divide it by 4, but the company itself, strategy, are going to collect 30%. So 45%, $45 multiplied by 0.3, that's about $13. Now let's take $13.5 from $45. So what you have made as a net profit is $31.5. Now divide it by 4, let's say 4 months. That means in month you made $7. That is big. Yes, that's big. Yes, you hear me right. That's big. So let's say you have, but it may not solve your financial problem. $100, that's make average of 7% in a month. That's what it means. That means cumulatively you've done average of 7 point something percent in a month. That's not a bad one. Now let me surprise you on what now happening. Because of the leverage of amplification, let's go, how does it work? Your deposit is $100. The broker give you amplification, just like those of you who trade prop firm, you know what we mean by that. And I don't want to go detail about talk about leverage in the forex market. Without the broker leverage on forex market, you cannot meet up with buying unit, because one standard lot to trade financial market, one standard lot require you 100,000 units, either 100,000 unit of dollar or 100,000 unit of cent. So ordinarily you wouldn't cope to have the money. That's the truth. So how much of us? So that's why retail trader could not meet up, because it's only institutional that can do that, banks and the like. But because broker are the bridge between retail trader and the market, one $7.9 trillion every 24 hours. So you need a broker to bridge the ground for you. That's why when you are registering a broker and they ask you to choose a leverage, you will see. I hope people are still hearing me. Please, I want to be sure you can still hear me, because I think I got a report. Oh, apology for that. Apology for that. Okay. So I've just apology for that. So the explanation I was making about this now, that this is 45.7%. So I just take it to be 45%. And this has run for about 80 days. Let's call it 80 days. That should be about 4 months because of the other days in between. Now, if that's the case, the question is this. If you've done this, $100 will have given you $45 in that 4 months. It's nimble, it's not bad. That means you have done average of 7%. That's not bad, ladies and gentlemen. Net profit. That's not bad. But what we're saying is very simple. We said, now, how does it now work? If you deposit your $100 into their platform, what do you have? You have amplified on basic if you are not within our club and all of that. So you have amplified by 12, which is not a bad one. So that's $1,200. Now, you see, that 45% in that 4 months was done on your $1,200. Let's do that calculation quickly. So multiply $1,200 multiply by how much? So multiply by 0.45. That's about $540 in 4 months. That's big. All right. So if that's the case, so $540, 30% of it go to the strategy provider. So multiply by 0.3, that's 162. Taken away from $540, you have $378. Okay, divide by 4. Let's do that. Divide by 4, then you have 94 point something. My goodness. So that means you are doing almost 100% of your money because you left it. And if you now have the understanding you are compounding, that's compound interest, will have been a surprise to yourself. Let's do that. Now, but in our ecosystem, we now have a bigger opportunity. Now we still amplify it times two of what you have deposited apart from at $2,400. So just $1,000 multiplied by 24, that's about $2,400. Now, 45% in 4 months multiplied by 0.45, that's $1,080. $1,080. Now, so let's take away 30% from that. So multiply by 0.3, that gives us about 320 4. So let's take it away from $1,080. That give you about $754, ladies and gentlemen. That's so big. So that's the logic. So that's what we do. So now look at, I've just explained this to you. Use an example. If you look at this, if you put $1,000 and you make 3% of it, that's $30. But how about you have $1,000 amplified up to 12 times, giving you $12,000, and there you go, and you make 3% of it, that means you have made about how much? $360. That makes more sense. Now, what if we amplify it instead of 12 is 24? That means this $360 is multiplied by 2, that's $720 in a month. Because we have two strategies we work on, Sonic and Neo. Powerful. Now, quickly, let's go. So these are the things. You have other additional opportunity where it has to do with residual income. You can build a residual, your friend come in and all of that. You make more money from rebate system. That's another powerful stuff. See how people are massively pumping in money into their making of the money. So I told friends, say, imagine you have existing organizations and they are making money and then they are paying you a fraction from the rebate of these people every month. So you are millionaire, and that because you build some residual income. This is an example of past result, but remember, past result does not guarantee present or continuous. But we're good. Now, this is strategy. This strategy, lowest percentage has ever done was 1.76. I look at the time, that was in the month of August. These guys did about 5.33%. Just do the arithmetic. What you should do is that multiply 5.33 by 24. 5.33 by 24. What are you going to have? 5.33 by 24. So you're going to have something powerful. 5.33 multiplied by 24. So you have this. 5.33 multiplied by 24x. That's 127.92, almost 128%. Now, if you are on the system that time, in that month, what you have done on your $100, What you have done on your $100 is 127.92. That means you have $127 as gross profit. 30% take away from it, then the remaining one is your net profit. That means you're going to have average of 80 something dollars in that month. That's the powerful thing about all of this. So enough of this. Then we have wonderful thing about, because all this I've just mentioned about automation. So we have wonderful thing about crypto. I know many of you are in the ecosystem, you have not registered on piles or wells. Go and do that. It's very important. But the difference here is that it's a gradual, slow system. Like I have one of the account here on wells. On wells, I think it's close to 2 months. It has only done 5%. I'm not, am I rushing? No. But we have other strategy that can do average of 400% in a year on that. You can see that. This is not gambling. Your money is in your Bybit, your your Binance and all of that. You just connect, run. And so once you're an ecosystem, you are not paying for the boat. Whatever percentage you do in a month, for 50% of it, no, 30% of it's theirs. But if they do more than $50, you won't pay 30%. They will only take $50. Oh yeah, you hear me right? Good. So then wells and all of this, so how we run it. So now that's how it is. So join Plan B Express today. Your subscriptions and membership fee for a year membership is $150. Now 6 months is $100, while 3 months is $60. If you want to be paying monthly, is $30. Good. Now let's go to a very, 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 very serious opportunity. So remember, we said we're talking about trading. Okay, let's go. Oh, massive. I was in a trade not long. I was doing example. If you are on our ecosystem, you see I send one example. Now listen. Now this is trading, and I'm going to take you on a route of trading here. I'm going to take you on a route of trading. Remember, I want to talk basically about trading and residual income today. And so I'm going to take you on a route of trading and residual income. So pay attention. Don't go anywhere. Just a moment. I'm going to get back to you shortly, guys. So, guys, let's enjoy the lyric. I'm going to get back to you shortly. Like reggae, this is Lucky Dube. Are you enjoying the lyric? Education is the key. Are you guys enjoying the lyric? Just enjoy it for 1, 2 minutes. I'll be back shortly. All right, thank you very much. I'm back and let's go, guys. Let's move on. Thank you. Education is the key, and I hope you guys are enjoying the education. It's very important. And so let's go, guys. And then this is going to be very phenomenal. So I'm going to take you to trading. And so we enjoy the whole deal about trading. Okay, so let's quickly go. I'm going to take you on a ride right now and talking about trading made easy. It's very simple. Now, look in. I'm first explain to you what has to do with trading. Okay, and then of course residual income. So trading has to do. We call it an active opportunity, and so trading is like a career. Okay, then so now if I must really be successful in the trading, I need the right education, just like what Lucky Dube has said. So I need the right education and, of course, the right information, the right whatever. And now, so all of this boils down to what give me the right skills and, of course, the best attitude as put into place. But I must be ready to put on the work. That's the difference. The difference here is that are you ready to put in the job? Yes, fine. Then we have the residual rule. After or residual, you're going to put in the job. But the point is this you probably may not have practical knowledge about what you are building residual on, and then you still make money. Let me use an example. We have brokers, exchanges now that pay rebate as partners' money. So because if I use a particular broker or an exchange and I'm doing my business on it, and then of course there are fee I'm paying while trading. Okay. Now for whoever that invited me, we share from. So it's just like strategy for the broker and exchange to expand their horizon and commitment of people who are using it and all of that. So that's how. So there's so many ways to build a residual income, and so you will make a lot of money if you want. But it's different from Ponzi scheme where money and take any. We call it residual because you invite people, he's enjoying the services, they're rendering the service for him, and then he pay for service they're rendering for him. You are making share from it. Now let's go to money making system. Now in trading, we have two segments. So we know one of the biggest problem people have about trading is first the skills to enter the market. And let me tell you, the summary of entry market is where to enter and where to exit. Simple. Now, the second problem we have is the problem of equity, money. We need money, especially in forex market. You need reasonable money. So the bigger the money, the more advantage. But money is not a factor for your level of indiscipline. On small money, you can't. So you need that manage the big money. So, but your level, your threshold. Just like when somebody make $20 million, it's likely going to finish the $20 million back before he realizes that he has been misbehaving. That's his capacity. So that's the same thing we have here. So now let's quickly go looking at trading. So people sometimes were looking for fund. That's the essence of we are prop firm today. You can leverage on prop firm and make money. But now, leveraging on prop firm, you need the right skill. The right skill, supporting tools that make sense. Look at this market. In our platform, I just sent a video on the group. I was doing experiment and all of that. That I just enter a trade because I went to 1 minute time frame on Felix Hack, and Felix Hack already gave me a turnover. And but at that time too, on 1 minute, I think this scanner had actually given me a buy too. I think so. There was a confluence between them, among them. Okay, good. This guy had already given me. Now, so you can see now, this is where, so Felix Hack already shown that, and this guy too had already given me, right? So this play out to an extent where we have what we call swing point. That's what we call swing point in the market. When the market is trending, moving to a place, moving a place, one of the biggest points you need to look out for is a swing point. A swing point is a point that almost indicating a reversal. It doesn't matter what time frame, higher time frame, lower time frame. Chances are there that this market is about to reverse from this point. All right, it's about either a reversal or a pullback. So Now, so what we have on our platforms are very important. So I'll quickly look at, first of all, before I move ahead, to show all of this. Can you see the scanner? So we now have what we call measurement, and it's called PBS level, or what we call psychological level. Now, if it's a PBS level, so from here to this point, this is gold. From here to this point is about 100 pips. Now, listen to me. Nobody, any professional trader who is not scalping gold now, they won't trade. They're not in the market. So you need to understand. Why are they not in the market? Market is not trending. It's choppy. It's within a range. So, and no professional trader struggle themselves within that. Number one, we're in the weekend. Today is Friday. Then number two, the market is choppy, no clear direction. So no professional trader trade in no directional trade. It is amateur beginners that actually trade a market that had no clearer direction yet. All right. So, but when you have this tool we have, you can go down to any level and still pick out money. I've just finished 100 pips right now. If you go to the chart, you're going to see, if you're on our group, you go to the, both on the cash flow solution, both on Telegram or WhatsApp. When I made a video on that, you will just see when I was talking about that and say the Felix hack and all of that. So swing point is one of the biggest area for me. That's a strength for me. It has a lot of kind of thing. But there's something I must clear to you when it has to do with trading. So I'm just showing you this scanner now. So you enter here, and then you can see that it returned back. No trade you enter without defining what is my stop loss. All right, you can see now the market is already drifting down. So, but I'm not asking you to enter because we were not following the entry, because look at it here. This is a swing point, but I don't like this kind of swing point. But because the market is choppy, so it's playing out somehow. So we have another swing point here. But the best type of swing point are more moderate kind of swing point. Look at this type. Now, what swing point? Swing point make provision for power of three. All right, power of three. Now, listen, for the fact that this one, you probably will not enter this market, or if you do. And now, why do I say probably will not enter? I like Felix, I may not enter, because when I'm taking my entry, although this is 1 minute time frame, when I'm taking my entry and the week is too long, I don't like to enter that trade. But this is the thing. After that, the market return back and still do that the same thing, then probably may be my entry. Even because this is still maintaining that, because this market has not gone above this, it's still maintaining that sell continue. So if I'm going to enter this market, let me quickly tell you that. And listen, if you're scalping with this strategy, you should make sure that you are watching, you are in the market following your trade, as it were. So that means I'm going to put my stop loss over here. That's about 28 pips, not too bad. Now 28 pips multiplied by 2. So here it's already 1:2 risk reward. Now take note. The first goal of any professional trader is what we call risk reward ratio when they find an entry to the market. The risk reward ratio, they always target minimum of 2 times how much you want to risk. Now, no trade, any trade you enter that you did not define how much you are ready to lose is a gamble. You must have clear definition of, in this trade, if you go wrong, this is the amount I am taking into the market. Don't make me lose more than this. I can't lose more than this. This is the amount I can afford to let go. And that's the language of amount you can afford to lose. And what you can afford to lose is not about totally investment. Because people say, don't put your money you cannot afford to lose in your forex in crypto. No. Per entry position should be amount you can afford to lose. For instance, I'm trading with $1,000. And if I'm entering this market, look at it. If I'm entering this market, pay attention. If I'm entering this market, the point is this. If my stop loss is 28 pips. Now, if I have in my mind that I have $1,000 and per trade, I just want to be taking $50, that should be 5% of my account. Am I correct? Or I don't want to be losing more than, depending on the type of trader you are. So, but I don't want to be exposing more than $20 into my account. So that would be how many percent? You can do the arithmetic. Maybe about 2% of your account. So I only want to be risking 2% of my account. If it's 1%, that is $10. But if it's 2% of my account, that's $20, right? Good. Now, how much we consume this 2%? Now, so this is 28 pips. This is gold. 1 represent 10, 2, 20, 0.88. So that is 28%, 28 pips. So let me round it up to 30 pips. Now, as I enter this market and I've seen the stop loss, I don't want to lose more than $20 in this trade. So how many lot size will I use? Let's quickly go. We do those calculations, please, quickly. If you can still see my screen where I'm taking you to, you can type 1 on the chat box. Can you still see my screen? Oh, somebody say you cannot hear me. I think it should be your network. Can you hear me now, please? Please, if you can hear me now, let me know, please. But that should be your network, I presume. I'm laudable enough. Please, kindly let me know if you can still hear me. Could be your network, perhaps. Can you hear me, please? Type 111 on the chat box if you can hear me, please. Anyone, please. If you can still hear me, type 111 on the chat box quickly. But I know my mic is working. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, please? Please, if you can hear me, type 111 on the chat box if you can hear me, because I know I'm audible enough. Anyone there? Anyone there? Please, if you can hear me, type 111 on the chat box very quickly so that we can be on the same page. Thank you. Yes. Can you hear me, please? So now I'm trading with $10,000. Is it 10,000 or 1,000? And I'm risking 2%. My stop loss 30 pips. Let's calculate. So I say I can use 0.066. So this 0.066, I can divide into 3 and put in 0.02, 0.02. So that's 0.02 in 3 places. Okay, thank you very much. So I put 0.02 in 3 places. Because why? The stop loss, okay? So my stop loss is seated at 28. So I just take, so the stop loss is 30 pips. So if it's 30 pips, how many percent do I want to reach my $1,000? 2%, which is $20. Look at it. So that means, what's my stop loss? 30 pips. That's what determines my lot size. With this, my lot size 0.06, so I can open 3 position with 0.0, okay? With 0.02 in 3 places. So immediately I got this signal, okay? Immediately I got this signal, this one, is to enter, and if I target 1:2 risk reward, so 0.02 is 20 cent. 0.02 is 20 cent. So 20 cent times 60, because that's the minimum I'm going to use. 1:2 risk reward. So that's going to be 60 pips. So 60 pips multiplied by 20 cent. That would be the first one. Then the other one I will target here. Now, you see why scalping, you have to be there and check what I'm doing, and then the market continue to do, but eventually the market bounce back. Though, if I'm not in the market to check what's happening, I'm still good. Finally, it's still delivered though. All right. So, but if I'm there in the market, this is another opportunity to sell, even when there's a buy opportunity here. So it's possible that you have exited the market here. Very possible. and with profit though, it's very possible that when the market come here, you have not done anything. Now the market eventually delivers. And it's on that note, I mostly tell people, I say, once you enter a position, right, either sell or buy on 1 minute, return back to 5 minutes so that you can see the structure properly. I will not be under pressure. That will have allowed you to let your trade run here, because sometimes, not all the time, you have seen the selling. You can see the selling. If I'm on 5 minutes, right? If I'm on 5 minutes, right now, I wouldn't have bought or sold if I'm on 5 minutes. Why? Because now the market is just still struggling. He has not taken out this. No signal will come from the sniper now when this one is still all right, or creating another structure entirely. Then this is the so the one I entered was I went to 1 minute, and then that was what gave me on the hack. So even on 3 minutes, you can see that. So on 3 minutes here, you can't see that. So you can see the market. I entered three positions and I left one open that I was going to trail. I'm sure by now that one must have been stopped out because I adjusted the stop loss. But look at it. So it is greed that will make you not to have sold here, because this is 100 pips. So imagine if I'm going to do 100 pips. So 100 pips on 0.02, that would be how much? Let's look at it. 0.2, that is 20 cents multiplied by 100. That should be about $5. I'm saying. So multiply by 100. Ooh, $20, 0.02, because 0.01 is 10 cents. Okay, so 0.01 is 10 cents, so 0.02 is 20 cents. So you just say 20 cents multiplied by 100 pips. Multiply by 100 pips. That gives you $20. So you have three positions. Multiply by three, that gives you $60. And now that's one of the things, right? That's one of the things you must understand. And what you risk was how much? Was $20. That means you did 1:3 risk reward. That's what it means. So you can see this market is drafting down. Now, where I went to have found that entry was, so if I've gone back to 1 minute, you have seen this sell, like I said, and targeting here. Now, our target usually is 50 pips, 100 pips, 150, 200 pips. So here, now, if I'm targeting a good pips and I'm not going to be monitoring the trade, like this trade that happened here, you will have been afraid. You don't need to bother. For instance, when I entered here, so when I entered here, after the close of this, some wait for a bullish engulfing or this one to engulf. So me, I wait for the close of this most time, and then come here. Now, and then your stop loss is below, just like where it is, or a little bit above like this. Now, that means you are losing 22.6 pips, technically 23 pips to make 100 pips. So that's why sometimes when the market become more choppy, you go to lower time frame like 1 minute. Now look at it. When the market return back here, so now 22 point something pips. Let's say 22 point something pips. It has not changed the fact that it is $20 you want to lose, depending on what you are entering into. So if I'm going to be taking just one position and that been given to me. So let's go now. That's 22.6 pips. So let's go calculate now. Let's calculate to this point. All right, so this one is now 20. Let's call it just 25 pips. Summary. Look at it. Can you see now? It say go ahead and use 0.08. Now I can divide this 0.08 into four places. Okay? I can divide this 0.08 into what? Four places. Four places. So 2, I can say 1:2 risk reward. So let's take that. 1:2 risk reward. So 1:2 risk reward has not been met. Maybe two position of it, 1:2 risk reward, that's not been met, and then the market came down again. When it's coming down, it shouldn't be your business. You have put your stop loss. You have agreed that if anything go wrong, everything go wrong, I'm losing $20. So what's the big deal? You're already aware. I'll jokingly tell people from office when I'm training, I said, what's the essence of your stop loss? You paid stop loss to work for you. That's what you have done. What's the service? You pay stop loss and say, okay, my stop loss is $20. That's what you pay stop loss to work. And what's the work? he's going to cut you off from losing everything. Mhm. It's going to cut you off from losing major. So why you are not there, or even if you are there, you are outside minded. So it's going to help you to cut off and reduce your risk of losing your money. All that's the job. Now, once you are paid stop loss that job, why are you not doing it job? You are put stop loss. You're supposed to be resting and doing other things, or just monitoring the trade or managing the trade. The market was coming this way. You quickly ran and cut it. Say, let me cut the stop loss. Sometimes it has even gotten to your entry. Say, the way this market, I think and I hope and I see and I think it is going to go down more. You don't hope in the market. You don't think. You work with precision, even though everything's on probability. Right? You can see the market is drifting down, right? So at the end of the day, the market now came this way and finally delivered. So if you look at it, if you use 0.08, some will have take the profit of some will have been taken somewhere there, and then the remaining one. So let's say two got here, 0.08. That is 80 cent. That is 80 cent. And then you did 0.02 in two places. That's 0.04. That's 40 cent. 40 cent times 100 is $40. All right. So that's how we do and look at trade more than just like what most time we move around. So you can see that why I go to lower time frame so that I can find a trade earlier. But it can be risky most time. But look at it. If I was not on 1 minute time frame, the trade I took up. So if you're on 1 minute time frame, you will have traded down, apart from this one, down, up. But you are not if you are not the type that have time to sit and look at the chart and all of that. So this one will have been enough. That means we'll have about three trade or four trades altogether today. From the beginning of the market at 12 a.m., we have a sell and we stopped here. And then we have a buy. Okay. So which is around 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Nigerian time. Then you have another buy here at 7:55. You have another sell here. Then till market zero, and then another sell, then another buy, another sell. So all this sell and this buy and this sell, so you wouldn't have seen it and all of that. But the moment you go back to low time frame, 30 minutes or 3 minutes and 1 minute, then you will have seen it earlier and this will have been. Now, this one's already printing that buy, buy, buy. You have to wait until what we call stop. Stop is that confirm that okay, let me move, and then the next candle confirmation is now what you are now used to use to put into the market. Is that clear, please? Okay, so that's about trading and how to identify opportunity. Okay, so if I remove all of this, you may not know what to do part time if these things were taken away. Can you see that? Can you see that? So now, if we go back to like 4 hours, why I said this market, we go back to like 4 hours, you will see that the market had been choppy for some time and is poised to go back up, but just to come down. Look at the fair value gap here and all of that. So that's how the market works, right? If you look at it, this is power of three. This is accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So when I come on 4 hours and I see similar thing, I want to sit there and reanalyze the market. It's very, very important. All right. So very, very important. This system works if you can work out your strategy. So look at this 4 hours I've seen sell, meaning that it's bent at saying this market will still sell. Imagine we break out of this point massively. Okay. So you have to see that if you break above below this point, then you can come down to this point. Right? So that's how it is, and that's the business you are meant to develop your own strategy upon. I mean, develop your skills, follow simple instruction, and then you will be fine. Okay? So it's very, very important. So let me return back to it and see what is the market doing. If I'm going to find another buy, Okay, so you can see another buy was already looming. I didn't even know. Okay, so but this is very non-confirmed, right? Because you look at a massive candle up and then this cluster again return back and all of that. So I'm not going to buy. So these are the things that you check. You have to wait. So a candle massive move up, and on no account should you enter a trade when a candle has not closed. After then, you have another retaliation. So you want to enter. That's wrong. Okay. So you have to wait again. Maybe this one created, and then, but if not, you don't do anything. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the basics. I just have to let us know today, and then so that we can maximize trading. So we have tools that are going to help you to make money. Okay. Okay. So let's check if this is going to. Okay. So I think it's getting more interesting now. So let's watch and see what's going to happen. So we have to allow the candle to close. Okay. I think I need to just exercise patience. Let's wait. If we are able to find this trade to enter, that will going to make a lot of sense. Okay, so please, if you have a question, so just quickly type it on the chat box. I'm going to attend to them quickly. Quickly, if you have a questions, you can type it on the chat box. I will attend to them. No question? All right. In the absence of no questions, thank you very much. I was thinking that this market was going to materialize now. It was so volatile. Go to 3 minutes. So, all right. So this does not have a very nice swing point setup. So most time, even when this my hack give me signal for it, so that means, for example, if I'm going to, that's why I always tell people when you're a beginner, you open your center account. So as this market opens, so although this is an engulfing candle, so assuming, so look at it. So let's say I enter the market here. Let me do an example. Just find an entry to, but that's not the perfect setup. I always love to take an A plus setup. It's not too perfect, so I'm going to take a small position. Okay, I've taken a small position in one of my accounts already. So just very small position in one of my accounts. Now, if I look at the amount at which I entered, 460, this is 4601. Let's call this 4602, something like that. Not 02. Yeah, let's call it 46002. Let's call it that way. Now, so ideally, my stop loss should go below this. This is not the perfect setup. I just want you to know. Then my take profit, I'll first target 1:2 risk reward. But here now, I'm unable to target 1:4 two risk reward because why? As at the time I was entering, and that's why I told you I said this setup is not a perfect one. It may play out, right? Because the market is choppy, so it will keep doing up and down, and you know I come down to 1 minute. So the best setup are usually like when you have a swing point. Now, but this an engulfing candle makes sense too. But imagine this engulfing candle. Look at this. This is an engulfing candle. What retaliated the engulfing candle was crazy. So this one, A candle following the engulfing candle was an indecision candle. Okay, so but the most important thing is that what's going to be your next safety net? Your next safety net is actually your stop loss. So how much is our stop loss? About it's about 4.79. That's about 47.9 pips. So let's call it 48 pips. So I don't do very small positions, on that because of it's very choppy. So I've entered, so I'm envisaging the market was going to come here. So I'm going to take my profit here and my stop loss at 4597. All right, 4597. And I think that was with the same price I entered here. But this one was better off than this. Okay, 4597. Okay, 45 in order. Okay, 4597. Okay, so let me set it. So, but I've told you that it's not just a perfect setup because I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. So let me put my stop loss. It will stop me out against not taking. We'll say 4597. So sometimes this word you delete die, you now say, maybe I should not put it again. That's why it rock you out of the market 97 as stop loss and take profit 4610. 4690. So 4690 is my take profit. My stop loss is 4597. All right. So that's what it is. So I enter. So when I'm not having a very nice setup like this, I just take a very small position. What do you mean by small position? Depend on how much you are trading with. You are trading with $100. So $100, yeah. What's a small position? An amount that's not going to be more than $2. An amount that's not going to be more than $2. You stop me out. So how do I arrive at that? How many is the pips? 47 or let's say 48 pips. Okay. So let's go here. So $100, $2. How many pips was that? Let's check it. So how many pips? Okay, 48 pips. Okay, good. Yes. 48 pips. So I'm using 48 pips. So let's see. So nano, no, and you can use nano lots. You can see now. These are advantage of opening. This is the advantage of opening. Call it for me, man. So call it for me, man. So this is the advantage of opening um, micro account, which is what they call cent account. Okay, so cent account. So say nano. I'm not going to use the nano. I can even use 0.04. Okay, can even use 0.04 because what I'm using is very, very small. So it's a small account. So 0.04, okay, that's a nano. All right, so 0.04, I can even use that. So, but this is the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, cent account. Cent account is SE, not normal cent. Cent, like dollar and cent. Okay. So you understand now? So if I want to use but in this case, I can just still go ahead and use 0.01. All right. I can just still go ahead and use 0.01. So if we're going to calculate now, let's say 3%. Or still very so $3 is still very so just go ahead and use like $5 so you can afford to lose $5. But if you cent, it's gonna work, okay? So that means just go ahead and use 0.01. So if you use 0.01, so if you go away against you, so you're going to lose about $5. You get it? So that's one of the things we must understand. when it has to do with this positioning. Let's look at it. Where is it? Oh, the trade is running gradually, but I'm not comfortable, right? It was not an A plus for me. Does that mean it's not deliver? Ah, that's not an A plus for me. Does not mean that it won't deliver. But that's not my thing. Now, but you can see that it actually intimidated my candle at first sight. Okay, this is an engulfing candle. We're supposed to be a reversal, a massive candle again. So what we can call this one a displacement. So a massive candle displays this and return back an engulfing candle. So you enter this engulfing candle. So there was no, so it's the last one now that now shows like a good signal. Do you see that? So that's why when you are scalping, your brain will be working very fast. This is a good signal. This is not a good signal. Why? Because we have this, yeah, it engulfed this. You will now enter. Look at this indecision. So this is indecision candle. So we're supposed to have massive move forward, but you have entered. If you have entered from here, your stop loss will still go below this point. Now the market return back down here. So when the market return back down here, remember this is 1 minute anyway, as for scalper. So when the market do your this guy had given you a sell, a buy, and it has stayed, which is good, right? So but at the end of the day, so we have this market massive. So when this market was running like this, you'll be afraid. You don't need to close it. You have put stop loss already. So anything that want to happen, let it happen. It's going to take part of your money. So not wanting to lose any part of that your money, you may lose all that money. So here you now have this. The market return back here with this another engulfing candle. But of course, didn't close below this one. So look at where it closed. Then we now have proper, this is my type of setup. So that means if I was not teaching at this engulfing, this massive engulfing candle, and this power of three will have been my entry. So my stop loss will even go to this. So my trade is running already. Okay. So now that means, you understand? So that means I will have done this. So that's a very perfect one, right? That's why I told you the power of three is very powerful. If you watch it and follow instruction. So my trade now is running. I'm on $22 profit. Okay. Yeah, it's now $20 profit. And then let me just take, I just hope I can bring out this and show you guys and just show you guys. Come on. Let me just bring it somewhere where I can just show you on the screen. Let me show you that signal. Let's go. So it's going well, right? Good, good. You see, that's very crazy stuff. Okay. Let me just open it. Show you the trade right now. I hope I'm still audible. I'm still okay. I'm still audible. Mm-mm-mm. Let's go. I just want to show you guys where I think it's correct. Okay, so let me show you. I think you can supposed to see on my screen. Let me show you now. So now when it's running like this, what should I do? I can now trail my stop loss. Let me show you guys the trade. Let me show you the trade. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me show you the trade, guys. File, image. Okay, image. Mm. Ooh. prayer. Oh, a new day that God has given unto me. All right, so let's look at it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Look at it, guys. That's the trade. Um, that's the trade, okay? So this is it. I mean, can you see my screen, everybody? You can see that, okay? So this is it. This is my hack. So it has crossed, and then that was why I have to just okay, let's take the trade, and that was exactly what played out. You get it now? Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. That is what it is. Okay, so the trade is almost completing, guys. Crazy. Almost completing. Let me look at my money. Let me look at my money. Let me look at my money. My money. My money. Look at my money. Look at my money. My money. Ooh, guys, $31, guys, $31, Suki man. This is good. This is good, man. $31, guys, $31. I can close $33, guys, $33, guys. So I'm closing. Ah, goodbye, 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 good boy. I'm done. I'm done, guys. This is cool, and that's what it is. Does that make sense? That's what it is, guys. That's what it is. Make a lot of sense. Thank you very much, everyone. Do have a nice time, and see you in our weekly market update. Okay, our weekly market updates every Sunday, 30 p.m. GMT plus one, and of course, those of you on our Cash Flow Solution Club, we're starting our live scalping section next week, probably Tuesday and Thursday, maybe Tuesday and Thursday. Think so. Tuesday and Thursday, Tuesday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, we will resolve and let you know on the group. Wednesday and Thursday should be cool, right? Live scalping. Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. Or Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday. Okay. We'll reach out to you and let you know the most suitable time. And then it's going to be phenomenal. Thank you very much, everybody. And do enjoy your weekend. Congratulations. This is Felix. My name is Jimo, the team leader of Plan B Espresso. We're working out things. So strategy, you can see how we trade. We make money. Okay. I forgot to tell you some of the stocks we were doing and trading at a point, and then of course, good to find. Many persons don't know how we do those things. Okay. So we do things and let people take advantage of them, and but you must learn how to leverage on them as much as possible, and that's how we trade, that's how we make money, and then to like help people to build up opportunity in the space. Okay, so we like have stock market, we have different markets that we leverage upon, both local and international stock. Jay's Bank was a very phenomenal stock that we bought, and I think it's supposed to be retracing by now. It has retraced. So it went to $9, $9 yesterday. My God. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I never knew. But even the one with it was about 71% within how many days? With few weeks, or no weeks. Wow. This is phenomenal, guys. This is phenomenal. I won't lie to you. This is phenomenal. So this is it. Mark. Look at Jay's Bank. Amazing. This is phenomenal. Look at it. This is Jay's Bank. Okay. So let's look at Stanbic RBTC 30. I said this guy's supposed to be correcting back, but he's proving me wrong. What again? The other bank? Which other bank was that? Let's look at Fitsin. I think that is signated. All right. RKT foreign stock. He's supposed to have retraced. It's not retracing at all, guy. This thing is going up more. Just pull back and then continue. Yeah, what about MTN? That one was corrected. People like taking profits very well on MTN. Yeah, it has corrected. Presco, amazing. Lafarge, let's talk about it for a long time and keep. Yeah, what again? Wima. All right, thank you, sir. Everybody, this is how it is, and that's what we do. That's why we encourage people to take advantage of opportunities. So do have a nice time and bye bye. My name is Felix. Do have a nice time. See you.